Hello gang, welcome to the channel, and today we're going through a top 10 CTP of Rage. And this top 10 is really important these days because, as you know, the ABL and ABX rework happened and we have extra rewards. So there is some specific goals that everyone should aim for to get some extra rewards. These extra rewards are really important in the long time. In the end game of your account. As a long-term goal, you can success and get some tokens from there. You can get some tier 4 materials if you manage to go 12 million on ABL. And we're gonna go through one by one the characters that provides you the best value on ABX and ABL. But talking about best value, we're not talking about just scoring a big score, but achieving specific scores that's gonna provide you all the tokens from ABX and all the tokens from ABL, or the tier 4 materials from the ABL, which is the only so juicy one reward. So before we go one by one the character and tell you how many states he can, and if you want to invest on mighty raids or normal raids could score it for you, let me remind you, smashing the like button, subscribing to the channel, and comment down below in the comments what's the next CTP of Rage you are going to equip and for what reason. Comment down below, hit me on the comments. And guys, yes, this thing that I have seen, 50% of you, the watchers, you are ninjas, you're coming, seeing the content and dropping off without subscribing. So 50%, it's a big number. Let's fix it, smash the subscribe button, and let's go into the number 10. Number 10 is Captain Marvel, and Captain Marvel is the only character that sees not meta for any ABL day, but she is the only tier 4 being universal female hero, so she can participate into 2 days of ABX, and even without being tier 4 she can provide you the 13 million reward for ABX. This is really important. Even without a mighty CTP of Rage, she is able at level 80 and a really good account do that. But yes, of course, you wanna tier 4 here eventually. You're gonna get 2 times of the week full tokens, the small token reward, the chest that it's like on 8 million I think, and 13 million the medium token chest reward. So only for that it's totally worth getting a CTP of Rage for your account and provide you this. The other solutions for this day is Wanda and Fina, that they are outdated, they're not even tier 4, they're not even level 80, and they can't go into the 13 million at all and for no reason. Of course, perhaps some super whales can do more than 30 million with Wanda, but we're talking about a chill 13 million with tier 4 Captain Marvel, even with a normal rage. And for ABX specific, the 15 million reward, which is the tier 3 materials, are completely unnecessary. So for ABX, the thing that you wanna aim every single time, it's 13 million and the juicy tokens for team up collection. Number 9 is King of Wakanda Black Panther, and this dude don't need anything else than a normal raid and a tier 4, and perhaps level 80 he can do it also, but at tier 4 he can do even 15 million for you at ABX, but 13 million it's easy peasy for him. He is the hero that combat hero that you want to invest if you are not, super well and you have complete your team up collection, and then you know that Moon Knight has an advantage because of his tag and the extra 10% pierce he's getting and the extra attack. But if you are not a super well, Black Panther is your best solution for this ABX day to get the 13 million, and also he can provide you at a really good build, perhaps with a mighty raids, 10 million for ABL. He's not the best for the ABL day, but you can use him, for 2 days. One ABL getting the soft reward of 10 million, which is the 2 tokens. You're losing the tier 4 materials from the other side, but from the other side you're getting the tokens for team up collection, both ABX and ABL 2 days in a row. So he's really cool. He's not the best, but still he's a really nice solution for a CTP of Rage. In the same time, Moon Knight, you can use your Moon Knight with the CTP of Energy and having really good results. Black Panther need the raids because he's really annoying and hard to proc with for ABX and ABL. Number 8 is StarLord, and even if I don't play with him a lot, I used him a bit. I know that he is the best character to use for specific Alien Hero Day. This is only one ABL day, but if you manage to have a really good build on him, you can get the reward of the, from the team up collection, the team up tokens at the 10 million for ABL. And in the same time, if you miss Magneto or you don't have any other blast hero, you can use him for ABX and get the 13 million easy peasy. 13 million for ABX with the normal raids, and with the mighty raids 10 million ABL, you can hit this and get the maximum out of tokens. That's why he's really cool, because there is no other to do the same thing. He can take advantage of double support of StarLord and Rocket Raccoon, when in the same time Odin and Thor are completely struggling to have supports, and they can't actually reach the 10 million score for ABL. So yes, the best solution for this day is StarLord, and even if he is not like the top meta character for this specific day, he's still the number 1 after a long time. Number 7 is Black Bolt, and Black Bolt is one of the characters I should tier for day 1, and I have skipped him. I should have done that, but yeah, back in the day I did Thor, and yes, I'm really proud of my Thor. He helped me a lot, but yeah, Black Bolt, it's like really nice. He can do for ABX and ABL, take all the rewards with just a normal raid. You don't really need a super build or something. He is solid. He can hit 12 million, actually he can hit 10 million easy peasy for ABL Universal Male Day and for ABX Universal Villain Day. There is these 2 days that he can participate only, but you can take advantage of him in the 3 days, which is 2 for ABX and 2 for ABL, so you have to keep that in your mind, and he's really easy to play. If you wanna hit more than 10 million on ABL, you probably need a Mighty Rage or a Brilliant Rage, and also depending on how good you're gonna play with him, but he's really easy, and he is one of the best characters to use with the CTP of Rage. You have to delay his 5th skill to get the maximum amount of damage, so yeah, no doubt he totally deserve to be in this list. Even if he have only 2 days of ABX and ABL, he is rocking the 7th place of this top 10. Number 6, it's Cable, and Cable, it's really strong for one specific day of ABL. You can take advantage of him in ABX, also in the male blast day, where you can use him instead of Magneto if you miss him. By the way, Magneto is coming at the end of this month, so it's like 20 days from now, so be aware of that and keep crystals to be able to purchase the uniform, because 1 year after, and he's still one of the best blast characters to use. But back to our boy Cable, he's really nice and capable of doing 12 million on ABL easy peasy with a mighty rage. And of course you don't actually need his artifact, but his artifact as a tier 4 makes him shine. He's really good for World Boss Legend also with the CTP of Rage, but because my list aiming on getting the maximum out of your ABX and ABL rewards, you're gonna get the 13 million on ABX easy peasy, and for ABL you can do it even with a mighty. You don't need Brilliant to hit the 12 million, and he and Black Bolt, it's the 2 of the late that start, having the 12 million cap on ABL easy. For all the rest of the characters that I mentioned, StarLord, Captain Marvel and Black Panther, they can't actually do 12 million even if they have brilliant raids for ABL. So Black Bolt and Cable are the only 2 characters that they actually can get the tier 4 materials into your inventory. Number 5 is Jean Grey, and Jean Grey has huge value. I've already mentioned that. I have done videos for her, mentioned how cool she is, but still she is in the list of the characters that she has 2 only days of ABX and ABX that she can perform perfect. She has the universal female day of ABX, the universal villain day of ABX also, so it's 2 ABX and 1 ABL, where in ABL it's universal female. She's way better Captain Marvel, and she's the only character that you can hit 12 million on this ABL day, and for the rest of ABX days I mentioned before, easy 13, she's doing more than 16 for me, but yes, I'm not using her for the no restrictions day these days. I'm using Luna is way better than her, but her value still after Captain Marvel and after Loki and after Black Bolt being in the game, she keeps her value, and she has 3 days that she can participate unique, and 1 extra day, which is the Mutant Blast hero day. If you don't have Storm in your account, you can use her with a Blast uniform and take a really good score like 6 million, 7 million, and get some rewards from her extra. So it's 3.5 days of ABX and ABL. The previous character, Cable and Black Bolt, they are only for 1 ABX, 1 ABL each. Jean Grey has 1 ABL, 2 ABX, and 1 half ABL with the Blast uniform, so that's why she's totally worth having a Rage and a PvE built on her. Number 4 is Loki, and Loki is a character that I did tier 4 really fast, and I'm not actually regretting it, even if his tier 4 doesn't seem to work really nice. Loki can provide you 3 unique days of ABL and ABX. It's 2 ABL, the universal villain, and he is the only villain alien that can hit actually more than 10 million, that can hit actually 12 million, not more than 10. More than 10 is also Thanos, who can do it easier than Loki. Loki has an issue that you have to play perfect with him, you have to have a brilliant, you have to have his artifact, you need a really end game build, but he is the only capable that he can do 2 days of ABL, 1 the villain alien and 1 the universal male. He is similar with Black Bolt, but way better than Thanos. Black Bolt is way easier to play, and Black Bolt needs less build to be, to do the 12 million. Loki need more, and in my account I have hit 11.5 playing over and over. I don't have like perfect swords or perfect cards, but yes, it's a struggle. At least you can hit more than 10 millions for 2 days, easy peasy, and get all the tokens from the collection thing, the reward, and also he provides you to 1 day of ABX to get through 13 million, easy peasy. So here Jean and he has similar days that they are able to be used, 3 for Jean, 2 ABX, 1 ABL, 3 for Loki, 2 ABL, 1 ABX, but because Loki can hit more times 10 million on ABL, in my opinion, has an advantage in front of Jean Grey, where Jean Grey, even with a judgment on ABX, she can take the 13 million reward easy peasy. Number 3, Dr. Octopus, and the ugliest tier 4 in the game. I mean, his last uniform, it's completely disgusting. It's a tank with spider foot or something, and I don't really like him. He is really hard to play, but as you learn to play with him, you can take huge advantage in your account. You have 2 ABL days and 2 ABX days, and he can hit 12 million easy peasy. Even with a normal rage, he can do more than 12 million. I've seen people scoring 15 million, I've seen people scoring 14.5 in my Discord server, and of course you can take advantage of him in the free day of ABL. So he is a win-win. If you have him tier 4, you can use him for human combat day of ABL, human villain combat day, and 2 days of villain combat in ABX. So he totally deserves to get a build for you, and the fact that the team up collection, as you progress through it, he's getting even stronger, with all this all attack, pierce, and the extra effects you're adding through the extra buffs you're getting, and it's completely free, you can take a huge boost on your Dr. Octopus score for all the 4 days, 2 ABX and 2 ABL, so that's why he is in front of Loki and Jean, where they both of them had 3 days of ABX and ABL combined. he has 4, and in the same time, if you give him a brilliant CTP of Rage, he can perform even better. All of the characters at the moment don't actually need their artifacts, or they're not, you know, really necessary, but still, if you have the artifact and you have a brilliant rage, he can do miracles. The fact that he is scoring 2 and 3 million more than the second, which is Namor, on the same category, and Namor is mutant, he can't participate in the same stage like Dr. Octopus, you know, give him huge value, and it's a character that you need to have a rage to go through your account like this and get way more rewards than before. Number 2 is Magneto, and Magneto can provide you 12 million solid with multiple days of ABL, you know, the no restriction days, the one day that you have to use him as a villain, the one day that you have to use him as a blast, and same thing for the ABX. He is able to be used like 4 times in total, like Dr. Octopus, and the point with him is that as better rage you have on him, you know, mighty or brilliant, his damage, if you have him on a brilliant, his damage is multiplied way more than any other character, because he's doing multiple hits with his skills. He's getting a maximum advantage, and people can't really understand why, but yeah, he totally deserves a brilliant rage or a mighty rage, and he's flying through the stages. 20 days from now, he's going to be able to pick him up, so don't sleep on that. Magneto, number 1, only character that can bring you home all the rewards for ABL and ABX on the blast villain category 100%. Number 1 is Luna Snow, and she is the god of ABL and ABX 100%. She is usable more than 6 days. She is usable for 2 days of ABL, 3 days of 2 days of ABX, 3 days of ABL, but she is in the same time the best character to use for no restriction days, and no restriction days are like 4 days. So if you build your Luna with brilliant raids and give her the last uniform, which is gonna be able in the summer, yeah, I know, boomer, but still, you totally wanna get this uniform as soon as summer is back, because she is the number 1. She is the easiest character to play and get the cap 12 million for ABL, cap ABX. She's the only character that provides me this stable on my account. She's the only way, she and Magneto actually, only way I get the maximum reward for tier 4 materials on ABL, and no doubt that she is the MVP and number 1 of the list. So guys, I hope I helped you decide where you are going to equip your next CTP of Rage. Hit me down below in the comments, what are you going to equip next, how many CTP of Rage you are missing, what's your goals in the future to get more rewards in ABL and ABX. And yes, that was my opinion. Of course, you can have your opinion, drop down the opinion you have, and it's different than mine. And yes, that was it. Hope you enjoyed. See you into the next. Kisses in your faces.